Although, have you seen Up? It's like Brandy and I saw it actually in Florida last year and just wept. And I mean, like, if you've seen it like 10 minutes into the thing, you're crying. And we just like fell in love all over again when we saw that movie. And the guy who did the music for that does the music for Lost, and he just won an Academy Award for Up. And I wrote a song that sounds like Lost, full circle. Just rambling. Normally, I just rip right into this song without going into the whole Lost thing, which apparently isn't that awesome here because you guys don't watch Lost, but I'll explain the next song too, and I think I can make it a little more concise. I've realized over the years that a lot of my songs come from dreams, and I don't think of myself as one of those people that has like prophetic dreams or whatever, but then one day I was just explaining to someone what different songs meant. I'm like, well, this one kind of came from a dream. And come to think of it, this one kind of came from a dream too. And actually, come to think of it, the song I just talked about came from a dream. I didn't even put that together. But this song, I had a dream, and I don't know if you guys ever went to Cornerstone, Florida, but it was out. There was this pavilion thing where all the merch was, and I was basically in that area, except it was like if this pavilion was as far as the eye could see, and there were 2 rows of people walking that way, and between the 2 rows of people, on the ceiling there were these hooks all across the ceiling, and there were Steinway grand pianos hanging from the ceiling, and a grand piano is shaped roughly like a triangle, so I have like 1 leg at the end and then 2 legs here. It was hanging from the front leg, not attached, it was just kind of like balanced there. And in my dream, I don't know where I was supposed to be going, but I felt like I was in a bigger hurry to get there than everyone else. I was like, I don't have time to wait in this line. And so I thought, if I jump on top of these pianos, then I can like kind of jump from one to the other, and I'll get there way faster than everybody else. But as I started doing that, the pianos started swinging back and forth, and they started to fall, and it was like when I would jump off one, it would fall, and I would jump to the next one, and then I'd jump off that, and it would fall. And Steinway pianos probably start at like $50,000, so it's not, I mean, I was destroying these beautiful instruments, and of course it was a piano smashing on the ground, so it made this horrible racket, and everyone was looking at me. And I remember seeing this mother and daughter kind of like pointing at me like, what is he doing? And I just kind of laughed it off like I was trying, like I was doing it on purpose, but I felt red in the face and I felt embarrassed, but I just couldn't swallow my pride and get down off of the pianos and walk like everyone else. And I woke up and it was like 4 in the morning, and I wrote my dream down because I knew what it meant almost immediately. And I've realized that I bear the blessing and the curse of having been raised in a Christian home. And I was raised in a really conservative Christian home, to the point that my understanding of the gospel for so many years was obedience was keeping lists like, okay, I've read my Bible, I prayed today, I didn't do drugs, I didn't sleep with anybody, I didn't kill anybody, so I'm good. And almost like I had reached this plateau of like, got the rules down, that's my thing. And if you do that long enough, you almost start to convince yourself that, like, God, I'm good, I've got my rules down, so go focus on the people who need you. And meanwhile, I'm going to keep reading this book and saying the right things and doing and not doing the things that I'm supposed to, and I'm actually going to pay you back for the cross, and I'm actually going to be able to earn my salvation. So you don't even need to give me your grace, because I'm good. I've got it with my memory verses and my legalistic acts of righteousness. And when you get in that mentality, you convince yourself that you have earned a bigger piece of the pie, when in actuality you have missed it altogether. Because the beauty of the gospel is not that we can do something for Jesus, or that Jesus even needs me, because everything I have, he gave to me. So it's ridiculous to assume that he needs me to write a song for him. Like, he couldn't come, like, blow me out of the water if he wanted to. I knew that I was at this point where everything was keeping up appearances, keeping the band as polished as I could, so that you thought we were perfect. And I would read my John Piper book and then regurgitate it like it was my own thought, so that you would think that I was clever and theological. And it just was really ripping me up, and I wasn't even enjoying what I was doing. It was like I was just trying to, juggle all these things. And the beauty of the gospel is he knows who we are. He knows our hopes, our fears. He knows our weaknesses. And he loves us, not because we're lovable, but because God's nature is love. And he showed us that through the cross. So this song is about my constant struggle with accepting grace and understanding grace, which is understanding the gospel. So that's the story behind this song. And that's the part where I drink.